Okay, mic seems to be working. I have a different setup somewhat. Not really. Mic is the same, but headphone is different, so I have no idea if it's working, but apparently it is. Good morning or afternoon or evening. I think those three ones are not enough. Like it could be morning, it could be noon, it could be afternoon, evening, or night. And there should be a good for all of them. Good night should not mean go to sleep. It should mean, hey, it's a nice night. Anyway, it's been a while. I've been somewhat MIA, and it was because it was Eid. So I think I have my excuse. Good excuse. Did not expect Eid to mess up my schedule that much. I mean, it's somewhat expected, but not to that level. Yeah. So I should probably monitor the stream. I forgot to do that. So today, okay, yeah, stream manager is here, and the YouTube studio thing is on its way to be opened. Hello, hello. It's been a while on my side. Hi, Coffee. What's up? Hope everything is going well. It's a Friday, lovely Friday, and I am. Oh, made a mistake. I am doing my best to go back to the schedule that I have, and to continue. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, now I'm monitoring. Okay. Nothing up. Probably. Maybe the cloud. Some suns. Wait, some clouds. One sun. There we go. Okay. Thank you. I am also glad to try and come back. Yeah. Because again, did not expect it to mess with my schedule, but also should be expected in a way. All right, ready to share my screen and start the learning. Where were we? I was just about to, I know I opened the collab last time here. We are supposed to work on the data set that is made of GitHub issues. Yeah, work on that. No? Isn't that? No? Is it? Oh, maybe that is old code. Anyway, there was some old code that I hadn't run. There was an error at the end, and I tried to run it, and I faced the same. It's not really an error, but the weighting of the GitHub limit. So I was like, I'll let it run and see if it continues to try. So that's a mini update. I was literally just thinking of you as I saw the Google DeepMind paper. Oh, there's a new one? Many shots in context learning. Oh, nice. Is it? Not that new. Mention Middle Eastern languages as an example. Wow. Huh. Is it in context learning? What does it do? Does it like is it a task, or is it just about? Is this supposed to be transfer learning or just? Cool. I can look it up later. Or is it translation? I'm guessing it's translation. It's pretty cool. Yeah. When they give examples of languages, sometimes, I mean, they're always different languages, but it's cool. Yep. I don't know if there's like a darling of example of low resource languages, but I think different ones get mentioned at different times. Yeah. Trying to wow, good job. I think trying to close tabs is basically trying to clear up your inbox. It's literally like almost the same. I need to clear out some tabs. Like I might, I don't know, like have around 50 open. Oh well. Life. So just trying to go back into where we were. I know we created the data set, but I don't think this is connected to that. I thought it was, but I don't think it is now. And we're saying this has been the case quite a bit for me, where a language model is not available in the language that I want. And just trying to figure out through documentation of how I can fine tune it to a new language, not just like, for example, take text to speech as an example. Like I'd say 90% of the tutorials, the somewhat documentation, maybe I haven't found the ones that are useful for my case, are on voice cloning, like how to train it on a new voice, not a new language, new voice, new data, never new language with a new script. Even if like there are cases of like German, I'm like, oh, okay, good. At least it tells me when there are new like letters to pronounce, but I still haven't gotten there. I don't know. Like, anyway, wish me luck. So yes, we're supposed to train a tokenizer. I think I'm up to date now. There's a very simple API in Transformers that, can you hear the motorcycle passing? Maybe. Okay, it's gone. There's a very simple API in the Transformers that you can use to train a new tokenizer with the same characteristics as an existing one. The auto tokenizer dot train new from an iterator, from an existing one, right? As an existing one. Let's see. I think I had an epiphany earlier in the week with regards to understanding the decoder transformer, but it might be nonsense. I mean, if you would like, you can share the epiphany, but I'm guessing it's more than a 50-50 chance of it not being nonsense, because you already probably understand it. So just making it easier to understand it more is probably, I don't know, useful. Decoder side is the one that we were looking at, I think, last time in the lecture. So, I mean, it was the whole structure, not just decoder, but when like this course drilled it into me, when I see transformer decoder, I should think GPT, because that's what it's using. So now that's what I'm thinking. To see this in action, let's say we want to train. I'm gonna close this one. I don't think I need you, but you can stay. We want to train GPT-2 from scratch. Why not? But in a language other than English. Why the hell not? Our task will be to gather lots of data in that language in a training corpus, to provide examples everyone will be able to understand. We won't use a language like Russian or Chinese here, but rather a what? What's a specialized English? Oh, Python code. All right. If one were to separate the embeddings for the input to the model from that used by keys and values, you can view the input embeddings as a part of a bigram model. Where the bigram model provides a first embedding representing the distribution predicted by the preceding word. Oh, hi. Hey, Mima, what's up? Long time. No. I think I was the one not talking to you. I should have gotten back to you. A distribution predicted by the preceding word, preceding the one before it. Which the transformer then refines. I like the idea of thinking of it as a bigram model. That's pretty cool. Aww. Sorry. I think with Eid, everything stops, right? Oh, how was your Eid? Eid Mubarak. I hope you had a nice time. Okay. I think I understand some part. Okay. Bigram, the word before it. Okay, yeah. I think I sort of understand it. Because even bigrams, especially if they're inside a thank you, Eid Mubarak to you too. Bigrams have some sort of representation. It might be frequency, it might be in embedding space. So that sort of works in my brain because I like n-grams. I can think of n-grams. Interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. No. Okay. So this here is trying to create a tokenizer first. But are we going to continue? Because just saying let's try to train GPT-2 from scratch is like making me excited. I don't know if we will be doing that or not. I'd like us to do that. The HuggingFace datasets library can help us assemble a corpus of Python code source. We'll use the usual load dataset function to download and cache the code search net dataset. Okay, the dataset. Oh, hi. That's a first time chatter. Hi. What's up? This dataset was created for the code search net challenge. Sometimes when I search those challenges, they're probably already gone. So just gonna see. And contains millions of functions from open source libraries on GitHub in several. Okay, so we created a dataset of issues, but this one contains dataset of millions of functions from open source libraries on GitHub in several programming languages. That's pretty cool. Here we will load the Python part on the, before. When was that? There's no date. Wait, you can submit now? Hold up. 5 years ago. Okay. Code retrieval. We have submissions from 2020. Nothing earlier. So it's already probably done or not? $60 submissions or 60 pages? 60 submissions. All of them 2020, so I'm guessing it's finished. Ooh, different languages. Cool. So I'm gonna open the collab. Close this one here. So we are, oh, where was it? Code search net. Is a data set? Sure, I'd like to see it. Is disabled? Oh, that's good. That's actually pretty good. That is disabled. Okay, this is what we have. ID, repository name, function path. Function name. Interesting. Full function string, language. You know, it's really not easy keeping code contained when running actual code. Oh, hi, Abdul. Hello. I don't know. Have you been on stream before? I can't be sure. I think you have, but I also don't want to assume. I feel like I've seen your name somewhere, but I can't tell. Hello. I think you've said hi on stream before. Okay. Function tokens, language. This is pretty cool. All right. Let's go back. And all right. I have the information actually. I should probably update this, but like I can use this instead of this login that is here. What else do we have? Is that all? Probably need to log in it. This was a HuggingFace login, and then probably need to do. No, that's it. That should be it. Same here. And then I should probably update this part, which I have at the top right. I saw it there. Copying and pasting. Same thing, right? But I know I don't have the keys. Let's double check. Let's hide and double check. Keys. Oh, I do. So keys are shared. I like that. I did not realize they were shared. Apparently, keys are shared. Okay, and let's go back. Okay. So we run. Oh, great. Copy to drive. Oh, okay. So the information did come along. You, and you. Cool. Okay, so we are getting the data set first. Then what? I don't need you. Okay. This is what it looks like. There are almost 500,000 rows. That's quite a lot. We can see the dataset separates doc strings from the code and suggests a tokenization of both. Here, we'll just use the whole function string column trainer tokenizer. I was about to say, there's a lot of separation, but I guess we'll just use the other thing. Okay. We can look at an example of one of these functions by inboxing into the train split. Sure. I got an error, which is, okay, I'm gonna check the key thing again, apparently. But it is there. What do you mean user data not defined? Oh, I didn't give it notebook access. There we go. Got it. Now go back and run. Should I do a refresh just in case? Let's try. Yeah, it's cool. Is user data still not defined? Should I do a restart? Am I supposed to do something to get user data be defined? Oh yeah, I should. Sorry. Forgot. I should do this. So I don't need you now, I think. Good. And then we get the data. What's the question? Custom code? I mean, I guess. Sorta. Do we wish to run custom code? I mean, not the code that's in there, just my code. Not so connected. Anyway. Okay. I like the index here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's check if this number is different. 41. No? 412,000. We'll see that in a bit. I think there is no other prompts for me to answer. Okay. So whatever we get, cool. First thing we need to do is transform the dataset into an iterator. We have that in Java as well, right? Of lists of text, for instance, list of lists of text. Say that 5 times. Okay. Using lists of text will enable our tokenizer to go faster, training on batches of text instead of processing individual texts one by one. And it should be an iterator if you want to avoid having everything in memory at once. Sure. If the corpus is huge, the word huge is contaminated for me. Just use the word large, please. I've seen too many late night shows. And anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, you'll want to take advantage of the fact that datasets, the HuggingFace datasets library does not load everything into RAM, but stores the elements of the dataset on disk. Okay. Alright, that's a good thing. And then doing the following will create a lists of 1,000 texts each, but would not load it in memory. Why is it don't uncommon unless your dataset is small? If not, we should loading everything into memory. Got it. Well, that's taking its time. Our dataset is supposed to be big. Okay. Using a Python generator, we can avoid Python loading anything into memory until it's actually necessary. To create such a generator, you just need to replace. What? That's weird. Same code, brackets and parentheses. Where? Where? Oh, that here. That's so funny. Like, who thought of this? Someone decided to write code this way, so who did it? Anyway. Raw data set, each 1,000 of this whole function string thing. Put it here, list of lists. Cool. Still loading. Cool, 83% done. This line of code doesn't fetch any elements of the data set. Doesn't fetch elements. It just creates an object that you can use in Python for a loop. The texts will only be loaded when you need them. That is when you're at the step for the loop that requires. There's a loop in no. This is funny. Okay. When you're at the step for the loop of the for loop, there we go. That requires them. And only 1,000 texts at a time will be loaded. This way you won't exhaust all your memory, even if you're processing a huge data set. Got it? Good to know. The problem with the generator object is that it can only be used once. Really? So instead of this giving us the list of the first, So instead of this giving us the list of the first 10 digits twice, we get them once and then an empty list. Why? Yay, you did it. That took 5 minutes of my life. You know time is limited, right? Okay, let's look at. Oh, it's the same number. Okay, so it's not updated. Well. Oh, this is the output. Got it. What? Is that comment? Someone wrote such a long comment. I was like, where's the code? This is the code. You know what? Good job. We're writing code that's, comment that's bigger than the code. That is commendable if that I'm using that correctly. Okay. So we make this thing And then we run this thing, but it doesn't work. And we're like, womp womp, what do we do about this? We say, that's why we defined a function that returns a generator instead. Electricity generator? Can you write a function for that? This was supposed to be a joke, but that was too deadpan. Not even funny. Get training corpus, yes. So we have to make a function that calls the function that we made inside the list of things. Okay, make life complicated for you. Go off, do whatever you like. I'm sorry, I'm not cranky, I think. So we're saying, wait, is this the same? This is the same code as this thing up here, but now instead of it being in a variable, it's in a function, and supposedly that's better. Okay, I believe you. I don't have any reason not to. And it should now. This should now work. We can also define, you can also define your generator inside a for loop by using the yield statement. Yield sounds old. So this and this are technically the same thing. We say, give us the training, same here. And then we have a for loop, same index, 0 to 1000, and then sample is based on the index. Can you hear outside noise? Please let me know if you can hear outside noise while I'm talking. Okay. Yield is basically return. What's a yield statement? Now I'm curious. Similar to return. I think. Yeah, okay. Maybe just sound like wind or mic noise. Yeah, probably wind because of AC. But there was some other outside noise, that's why I was asking. Like sound of radio and stuff. Yield keyword will turn any expression that is given with it into a generated object and will return it to the caller. Therefore, you must iterate over the generated object if you wish to obtain the value stored there. So it's for, like, it is iterator specific. Well, yeah, cool, great. Yeah. All right. Which will produce the same generator but allows you more complex logic than you can in a list comprehension. If we need it later, we can do that. For now, I'm not going to do that. All right. So I'm going to comment this out so that I know that I did not run it. This is supposed to be the same code. Now we're going to load our auto tokenizer, which is, for now, something that already exists. We're supposed to replicate, right? So we load it. Oh, this is an example of, I mean, I don't like the fact that this is written out. You can just take an example from the training set. This is an example of the function string thing. And yeah, okay, the example is pretty simple. And then to tokenize it using, whoa, a normal GPT-2 tokenizer. This is, oh, the G thing, looks like a G, is supposed to be tab, I think. And yeah, this is some really not good tokenization. Even like, these are not separated, so. Not tabs, are they space? Alright, so. Are we just giving it data and like, here, learn from it? Always like that. Like, I get it, it's a good thing, but I don't always like that. Now that we have our corpus in the form of an iterator of batches of text, we are ready to train a new tokenizer. To do this, we first need to load the tokenizer we want to pair with our model. Tiny note, here we're focusing in the whole function string column. Oh, I think it means that it's an end of word. Maybe. Maybe it will tell us what it's supposed to mean. Oh, there it is. Spaces and new lines. It's just a space. Huh. Never seen it be characterized that way. Yeah. Tiny note is that I never really like knew that you have to focus on one piece of data, or like, I don't know, like one column, and not separate things when training a model. Like, a model can only focus on one thing, even if it's the whole Wikipedia. It is the word homogeneous the word I'm looking for? I have no idea. Anyway, it's the same, it's similar stuff. You can't, like, if you put them all together as one concatenated string, it will be happy. But if it's like multiple things, as far as I know, it's not the way to do it. Even though we're going to train a new tokenizer, it's a good idea to do this. What is this? What do you mean this? To avoid starting entirely from scratch, we're loading this. This way we won't have to specify anything about the tokenization algorithm or the special tokens we want to use. But it will learn, right? That's the idea. Our new tokenizer will be exactly the same as GPT-2, and the only thing that will change is the vocabulary, which will be determined by the training on our corpus. Thank you. First, let's have a look at how the tokenizer would treat an example function. Badly, okay. This tokenizer has a few special symbols like this thing and that thing, which are new lines and spaces. Space, then new line. Respectively. As we can see, this is not too efficient. The tokenizer returns individual tokens for each space. Yeah. When it could group together indentation levels, since having sets of 4 or 8 spaces is going to be very common in code. It also splits the function name a bit weirdly. Where? Add n numbers. Wait, how can you mess up the word numbers? Maybe that one thing? Input is more due to the design of these models being for NLP and based on sequence models. Maybe. But like, that took me a while to understand that, because I've technically trained the type of stuff where you, I don't know, there's a website called Big ML? Is it Big ML? It's a really fun website. Yeah. I've used it. You can give it Excel sheets. Give me some examples. Their tutorials are like so old. It's cute. Okay, 2017 isn't that old. Anyway, it looks like it's recorded on a calculator.
Tutorials and look resource.
Does this look like a 2017?
We will then discuss the list and resource
there
into something more useful.
You give it can we see the data? No. What's oh, are we looking at the data here? No, still data sets. But like if you click one of them, delete source, there it is. These are different columns, and then based on the columns you but yeah, you are saying NLP. This is not NLP. This is like I think you could replace the head of say a bird model to also take into account numeric value along with the process sentence to find yeah. This is what that does. Different data to predict another thing. Like the NLP wouldn't care about model ML. Wait, no. Anyway, seeing additional numeric value. Yeah, you could probably process it into having it not care. Yes, this is pretty fun to play with data with. If you can understand what it's doing. Like it has. If I go back here, one click ensemble as in use an ensemble model to just see we have ensemble. We have I forgot some of them, but anyway, pretty fun. Multi-layer oh sorry, yeah, perceptron or perception. Anyway, coming from this to NLP, you need to like rewire your brain. That one is more, I guess, data science-y. Prediction, weather forecast stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, not being used to seeing words with underscore. Let's train a new tokenizer and see if it solves those issues. For this, we'll use the method train new from iterator, and then you just give it the give it the training corpus, which is the thing that is a iterator and a generator and all of that. Oh, and sorry, MLP is multi-layer perception. Linear layer, non-linearity, linear layer. I had no information about that. Thank you. I thought it was a misspelling thing. Autocorrect and all that. So we run this. This is supposed to be for... Oh. What is the 722,000 thing? Tell me. This command might take a bit of time if the corpus is very large. For this data set of 1.6 gigabytes of... Gigabyte, okay. Oh, hi! Hey, Doppler is here. What's up? NLP is where most of parameters in a transformer are. Okay. I see. Yeah, I was about to say, hi Doppler. It's been a while on my side. I've been MIA for a bit. Yeah. Learning about motorcycle passing. Not learning about that. Learning about running, making a new tokenizer from basically recycling a tokenizer. Or maybe it's upcycling, because we're using it for different language, which is Python code, not really a different language. Yeah. Oh, 1 minute and 16 seconds on this here. That's going to take longer because I didn't even change it. I'm I think using CPU. Note that auto tokenizer train new from iterator only works if the tokenizer you are using is a fast tokenizer. As you'll see in the next section, the transformers library contains 2 types of tokenizers. I've heard that. Right. Okay, I'm sleepy. Okay, where were we? I've heard that. I'm not sure what they mean exactly, but yeah. Some are written purely in Python and others, the fast ones. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember now. It was explained, but I forgot. Are backed by the tokenizer library, which is written in Rust programming language. I actually remember the Rust versus Python situation. It's been 50 minutes that we're here. Cool. We've been here for 50 minutes. Okay. And there we go. Python is the language most often used for data science and deep learning applications, but when anything needs to be parallelized, to be fast, it has to be written in another language. For instance, the matrix multiplications that are at the core of the model computation are written in CUDA and optimized C library for GPUs. Yes, we love CUDAs, don't we? All right. Still running, huh? All right, I'm sorry. Training a brand new tokenizer in pure Python would be excruciatingly slow. Really? Basically, like, oh no, what happened? CL is hidden. I mean, gone. When will she ever be back? We don't know. She's back. So training a brand new tokenizer in pure Python would be excruciatingly slow, which is why we developed the tokenizers library. Note that just as you didn't have to learn the CUDA language to be able to execute your model on a batch of inputs. Oh yeah, I was about to say, since we do the, it's almost like duplication, but with some sort of fine tuning, it should continue what it's based on. So I don't need to learn Rust. You won't need to learn Rust. Yeah. To use a fast tokenizer. The tokenizer library provides Python bindings for many methods that internally call some pieces of code in Rust, for example, to parallelize? No, I don't know. The training of your new tokenizer, or as we saw in chapter 3, tokenization of batch inputs. Most of the transformer models have a fast tokenizer available. Code is still running. Will this ever be finished today? Do I need to stop it and run it with a GPU thing? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Most of transformer models have a fast tokenizer available. There are some exceptions. How would we know? Oh, it's in the documentation? Okay, I'm not going to check that. And the auto tokenizer API always selects the fast tokenizer for you if it's available. In the next section, we'll take a look at some of the other special features FATS tokenizers have, which will be really useful for tasks like token classification and question answering. I think tokenizers tend to run on the CPU and probably wouldn't be sped up by GPU, huh? I mean, it talked about CUDAs and GPUs, and I thought maybe there's a chance. With the Rust code and all. Oh, okay, you're right. Maybe it talked about models. Aren't transformers somewhat like models? Wait, what did I say? Tokenizers. Anyway. Okay, you're probably right. So, before diving into that, however, let's try our brand new tokenizer on the previous example. I mean, this part is pretty weird, and that part I don't like. I don't like the G, but is it supposed to be better? I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, it is. Okay, this is horrible. Meh. I am being... No. You're not. You're supposed to be the student that shares their experience, you know? That student that has more experience than the others in the class, and they're like, you know, sharing their experience. I like that. I don't mind it at all. Like, I'm actually thankful for it, not just minding it. I'm not treating you as I think maybe I am being taking advantage of the fact that I can ask a question and you can answer me. Do forgive me if I am overdoing it. Right. So, I mean, there's a difference, 36 to 25, but I still don't like it that much. Here we again see the special symbols that denote space and new line, but we can also see our tokenizer learned that some tokens are highly specific to a corpus of Python functions. For example, there is this that can represent an indentation, and a this that represents three quotes that start a doc string. The tokenizer can also correctly split the function. That also I saw the good ones, but I saw also some yeah, okay. Thank you. No, you're not. Okay. So this is quite a compact representation. Comparatively, using the plain English tokenizer on the same example will give us a longer sentence. Yeah. Python, English. It's finished. Thank God, alhamdulillah. There was absolutely no way it was 5 minutes. You tell me if that was 5 minutes. I can go back and look at the stream later, and if that was not 5 minutes. Anywho, this is what it looks like. Like God, but it's God to do. I don't like these as much. Otherwise, everything's pretty good. What is this B supposed to be? Oh, the A and B that we plus together. See? This is everywhere. That's fine. I don't think it is, but it's fine. Okay. So, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Checking another example, old and new. Let's do that. I'm gonna check old and new. But we have to also tokenize the, yeah, so this is new. And I'm just gonna check for the length. You see that difference? Oh my God. Hold up. I didn't save it in tokens. Okay, that's somewhat funny. Let's save it in tokens. Because tokens, right? Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I don't think the difference is going to be that much. Meh. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. 70 to 107. Probably not going to see the difference. Where did... Was that it? Oh, I put it in here so you can't see it. Maybe I could just do that. Yeah. This is indentation. Oh, we have a rand N. Yeah, you could probably do a... Sorry. Sorry about that. Didn't have the time to mute. Oh, hi. JSS is here. What's up? Yeah. Whenever I say hi, I'm like, long time no see, but it was because of me, not you. I'm the one that was MIA. I'd like to think that I'm back, trying to get back on track, inshallah. Yeah, you could probably do a word cloud with this and get some useful, like, or some most used stuff. Like, is that useful? Maybe. But like, you have to remove this part. Hello. Hand waving. IRL. Let's see if I can do some hand waving here as well. Hello. I just realized that there's a really cute bag that I added to this outfit and you can't see it. And that is very... Okay. Cute bag is now seen. Yeah. And then going back to a neutral pose. Cool. So. Yeah. So we save it. I'm gonna call it test because it is not doing great. And then we are already logged in, but let's double check our login and push to hub. But I do want to add the word test at the end because it's not doing a great job from what I see. Okay. With my name, right? There it is. I'm gonna copy. I mean, I can just write. Hi. CL, and then add the test at the end. And then we can just load it. Yay, we did it. And when you go there, and then you go here. Yeah. When you call it, each time there's a +1. Oh, our card is not filled out. Can we fill it out based on what's already out there? Or I think that's possible. But I've forgotten the code. Is it okay for us to be lazy? Oh, wow. I guess I forgot to read this stuff, but it was clear what we were doing. In addition to the indentation, we can also see a token for double indentation. We can see other stuff. And, yep. We can see that splitting on dot and underscore is well done. Oh, now we have it. Where? Oh, linear layer. Do we want it to be split? Not sure. Okay. Saving it. Push to hub. Got it. And that's it. We're all set. Cool. In the rest of this chapter, we'll take a closer look at the fast tokenizer and explore in detail what actually happens when we call the method train new from iterator. I'd like to see that. Absolutely. We're an hour in, right? That calls for a change of subject because I'm getting sleepy. Okay. So fast tokenizer is our next thing to go to next time, inshallah. And we go to a new thing here. I need to. Can we hear it?
Today I want to talk about prompting and
Yes. Is it too loud or is it okay loud? I think it's same loudness as me. So that should be okay loud. Is prompting like a human prompting where like let's see. Cuz like prompt engineering is a thing.
prompting is kind of a new paradigm as of a few years ago with interacting with models. It's now kind of the standard in doing so.
I don't know why I heard scandal when it's when he said standard. Okay. Okay as in that's hard to decode. What could it stand for? I'm just saying when because of the time delay, maybe the okay is for the change in subject. Oh yeah, creating internal prompts. Maybe because external prompts is what the user gives it, right? And then internal would be. Oh, there's a word for it. I forgot. Like you prepare the model to think stuff. No. Let's see. Let's not overthink it. But there's a word for it. Encouraging. When did we start using this for models? But Allah, subhanallah, what do we do about this? Anyway, I'm trying to be funny, but it's not working. Oh, in unrelated stuff, I'm worried about. Is that the person, OpenAI person, created a new company? Or is that a different thing that I have no idea? Preemptive prompts. I see. Okay, so that's what they're called. Preemptive, I see. Is Ilya the OpenAI person? And they created... nope. I don't think I know what you're talking about. I'm Googling it. I think... AlexNet? Jeffrey Hinton? Huh? Okay. So, oh, he is the OpenAI guy. There we go. But did he really create AlexNet? Because that's pretty cool. I don't know if I should be scared, but first OpenAI, then went closed. So now Super Safe Intelligence, which will. That's actually funny. That's really funny. OpenAI became closed, and then apparently it's called Super Safe or just Safe. It probably will go unsafe. Prompt engineer is already going away. Replaced. That's really funny. Yeah, probably all the prompts are written by AI. Wow. It had a good run. 15 seconds of fame. I mean, it's probably not fully away. If Cobalt is still being used, then other stuff will remain. Or maybe some of them are more enduring. Yeah. Yeah, is it SSI? Alright. Whoa. Well. We'll pray that nothing bad will happen. I mean, the world is supposed to go bad, no? Or oh, I just realized something. Not really, but reminded of something. like when you grow up, your parents say back in good old days, and then you'll say back in the good old days, and then their parents before them said back in the good old days. So according to that, the world is going, downhill. But who knows? Maybe it's going good. The prompting stuff reminds me of Ilya because I wondered if I would said my chat GPT prompt to say I was Ilya, if it would be more helpful. Really? Would it? Like to say I'm working on would it know what OpenAI is? Like, would it be loyal? See, now I'm using words that I was just critiquing, saying why are we using the word encouraging? Don't know. Feels wrong. Feels wrong to lie to it. Yeah, like it took me a while to. I mean, I still sometimes do, but sometimes when I don't, I feel like something's missing. To just like greet the model and then say goodbye and thank you. Whenever I just do like a question, I'm like, I forgot to say hi. AI war is being played out in real life. Yee. Real time, yeah, as we speak. Yep. These are mostly human wars, but yeah, they're being fought in, I guess, I don't know, like, should we be happy that knowledge is being, in the front of things? Or does that always lead to bad things, like another Oppenheimer? Yeah. I saw a post about Claude Sonnet, right? Having something new that is supposed to be better than GPT 4.5. I think my Alexa. Oh, I think you think you're Alexa. Okay, like turning the light on. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, no, it's actually just good etiquette. It's like it should be a part of it. Yeah, good habit, even for a human. If the models don't care, I agree with you because I've seen where, like, I've seen parents tell kids to thank the Alexas and Google Homes. I agree with that, 100%. So, prompting replaced by AI. Let's see. Encouraging a pre-trained model to make particular predictions by providing a textual prompt specifying the task to be done. Is that close to RAG, or is that like inside the model or outside? How much time do we have? Okay.
And basically what we do is we encourage a pre-trained model to make predictions by providing a textual prompt specifying the task to be done. This is how you always interact with ChatGPT.
So each time presenter reads the presentation, I'm like, okay. Like sometimes people can't focus on the person talking and read the thing at the same time. But also, I expected better from our professor. Anyway.
Or anything else like this.
Mm-hmm.
So prompting fundamentals, the way that basic prompting works is you append a textual string to the beginning of the output and you complete it. And exactly how you can complete it can be based on any of the generation methods that we talked about in the previous class. Beam search, it can be sampling, it can be MBR or self-consistency or whatever else. So I put in when a dog sees
Bert, Ernie, Bart. Yeah, Bert is the one that got the most love. But yeah, they're all cute. More philosophical discussion is needed. Yeah, I agree. And I think it is happening. Maybe we're not in the room where it happens, but it's probably happening. Hopefully it's happening in places where it matters.
Basic prompting works is you append a textual string to the beginning of the output and you complete it. And exactly how you complete it can be based on any of the generation methods that we talked about in the previous class. Beam search, it can be sampling, it can be MBR or self-consistency or whatever else. So I put in when a dog sees a squirrel, it will usually into GPT-2 small, which is a very small language model, says be afraid of anything unusual. As an exception, that's when a squirrel is usually afraid to bite.
Oh, the squirrel. It here is the squirrel. In my head, it was the dog. Maybe we won't use it for a dog, but why not? We can. If we use it for a baby, we can use it for a dog.
So as you can see, if the model's not super great, you get a kind of not very great response also. But then I fed it into GPT-2 XL, and what it says, when a dog sees a squirrel, it will usually lick the squirrel. It will also touch its nose to the squirrel on the tail and nose if it can, which might be true. One thing
I mean, it could happen, but it's not the thing it usually would happen.
Note is when I generated these, I used like actual regular ancestral sampling. So I set the temperature to 1. I didn't do top P, didn't do top K or anything like this. So this is a raw view of what the language model thinks is like actually a reasonable answer. If I modified the code to do something else, actually, maybe I can do that right now. But if I modified the code to use a different output, we can actually see the different result that we get. Since I have it here anyway. Actually, sorry, I'll need to modify the code on my screen here. So I will set top K to 50 and top P to 0.95.
50? That's a lot.
You see, I changed the generation parameters here. And I'll run all of them. We can see the result that we get in a little bit. But basically, so this is the standard method for prompting. I intentionally use GPT-2 small and
they're worried about security, rightfully so, but universal, UBI will be universal across countries without regard to those who cast away. You mean like everyday people? Without regard to purpose, higher income, etc. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think big shifts need to happen before UBI becomes somewhat real. I don't know if you guys have read or seen Expanse, but like it's funny how like people, I guess I do have some sort of a tidbit that I can give, but yeah, basically the first half of not all of this particular class has outlived itself. What do you mean? You mean class as in what we're looking at? I'm not sure, sorry, I don't understand what you're saying. But yeah. Like in my country, since I don't know how long, but very long, we've had I don't know what it's called, but the government gives you basic food stuff like flour, oil, salt, sugar, rice, and it's given to everybody. Everybody. As far as I know, if you have government identification, just stuff. And I don't know how comparable that is to UBI, but oh yeah, okay. So because we were talking about philosophical stuff, that's why it I thought you were talking about classes in society. Sorry, but you were talking about this class anyway. Yeah, it's 3 months 4 months ago. Yeah. But I don't know how what I'm saying is comparable to UBI, but it's maybe a form of it. It's not income, but it is food, and you can probably sell it, not a lot, but it's not, um, and I'm comparing that to The Expanse. There are people on basic, I don't know if you've seen it. Those people are looked down upon. But what we have here in my country, it's nothing to be looked down upon. It's just part of the process. You get it. And so it's normal. So I'm curious if UBI ever happens, not as a test, but for real. If it just becomes a normal process. Anyway, it's about understanding how frameworks might work, not how to use them. I mean, yeah, classes are supposed to be more theoretical. And oh, hi. I am unmuted.
C03CAF
And there's a hydrate. Thank you. While I'm not talking, let's do that. Okay, I'm hydrated. I did need to hydrate a while back because of too much talking. I think I've gotten good at too much talking since I've been streaming. If your knowledge exists before the framework, it's all fine. But for people that want to save time, yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think a lot of people, I wouldn't say too much, but a good amount of people see college classes as time wasting if they already have the basic knowledge. Yeah. I hope I'm not wasting your time. Yeah, but I agree that classes are not like where you see the newest thing. Even if the class is pretty new. Like this is 2024. Probably spring 2024. Yeah. It's important to understand how the framework works, otherwise there won't be any new. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I remember at one point about like before ImageNet stuff, a professor saying we were still teaching AI at MIT because we didn't want people to reinvent the wheel. We wanted them to know that this exists, even if it is not working great. And then improvements happened, I think. I don't know, maybe it was from like early 2000s stuff. Okay. Yeah. I do hope that I'm not, I don't mind you leaving if you think this is wasting your time. I don't mean that in a bad way. By the way, I just noticed that I feel like there are some improvements to how the character is tracking my facial features. Because like, can it tell? I don't know. I just felt like there were some new movements. Anyway, depending on whether you want to know how your Ferrari is put together or just want to drive. Yes, exactly. To be like a developer, you don't have to know how. I mean, it's a good thing to know, but it's not necessary to know how a computer is put together. I absolutely agree with you. And like I am supposedly learning how NLP models and things around them are working so that I can, yeah, I do want to know how it's put together. Because if I want to fine tune stuff, I need to know how they're working. I can't just use English ready model for the stuff that I'm interested in, you know? So yeah, I am interested in how it works, but maybe you are interested in a bit of both, mostly on the how the driving part works. You don't understand the gist of a framework, you shouldn't be programming low. Yeah, I mean, it's not my philosophy, but like one of the philosophies that I do believe is that just do this stuff and then you'll get it later. I don't mind that. Just curious, are you in? Good point, because I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that word means. I'm gonna Google it. I don't think I'm gonna understand just by Googling it. I'm gonna go. Oh my god, Google is so cute today. Look at it. Oh, it's Father's Day? I thought it was Teacher's Day. Aw, that's cute. Father's Day. And now I'm distracted. Same goes for harder. If you understand harder than you understand computing in general. Sorta, not really, but it's a mix of software and hardware. No? My hardware knowledge is horrible. I can probably put two wires together, but nothing better than that. If you ask me to change a light bulb, I'll say I'm a software engineer, not a hardware engineer. No thanks. What were we doing here? Oh.
V2XL here, because these are raw base language models. They were just pre-trained as language models. And so when we prompt them, we're getting a language model that was just trained on lots of text view of what is likely next text. There are other ways to train language models like instruction tuning and RLHF, which I'm going to be talking in future classes. And if that's the case, you might get a different response here. So when a dog sees a squirrel, it will usually get angry, scratch the squirrel, and run off. Some dogs may also attempt to capture the squirrel or attempt to eat it. Dogs will often attempt to pick up the squirrel and eat it whole. It was more violent than I expected. Anyway.
That was funny.
But anyway, I think that actually you can see that when I used the different generation parameters, it actually gave me something that was maybe more typical than lick. So lick is maybe a kind of unusual answer here, but anyway.
Yes.
Cool.
Run.
So
run towards or run away from the squirrel. Anyway. Also runs on some sort of hardware. Yeah. Huh. Even the brain in a jar is software running on hardware, isn't it? That was a Futurama reference.
That's the basic idea of prompting. We tend to use prompting to try to solve problems also. So it's not just to complete text, although completing text is useful and important. Like I complete text in my Gmail all the time. It's constantly giving me suggestions about what I should write next, and I do tab autocomplete. On your phone, you're doing that. That's also using a language model. But very often we'll use prompting to do things other than just completing text. And when we do this, this is kind of the standard workflow for how we solve NLP tasks with prompting. The way we do this is we fill in a prompt template, predict the answer, and post-process the answer in some way. So prompt templates are templates where you will actually, that you will fill in with an actual input. And so if we have an input X, which is something like, I love this movie, our template will be something like X. Overall, it was Z, or overall
Z
it
is
was.
the answer.
And so if we do that, when we actually want to make a prediction, we will convert this into the actual prompt we feed into the language model by filling in the template. I love this movie. Overall, it was blank, and then fill this continuation in. A particular variety.
None. Was that a question for me? None yet. You never know. Maybe someday.
Variety that we use very broadly nowadays because a lot of models are trained as chatbots. But actually, even if they're not trained as chatbots, this still works to some extent, is a chat prompt. And so usually the way we do this is we specify inputs in a format called the OpenAI messages format. And this is what it looks like. We have a list.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, why can't I see what is on the screen? But that's because of me putting the subtitle on it. That's funny. That's actually a good joke. That's a good one. I mean, we should start with 0 or 2, but yeah. Okay. I hope you guys' days are going okay. Like, well, not just okay. For me, the day is just starting, so I don't know how today will go. Inshallah, well, it's Friday. Should be a chill day. But I hope you guys' days are going okay, and that technically Friday is like end of week for you. So I hope you will not, after a full week, you need some rest. So I hope you'll get that during the weekend. Haha. 2-bit machine. I don't think I get the full joke. If you build a computer, it'll probably be a 2-bit machine. Like I get part of it, but I don't know where the joke part is. You know what you don't know? You know what you don't know, huh? Do I know what I don't know, or I don't know?
Of outputs. Each list is given a role and content. And here, so we have the role of system and the content.
I have not talked to ChatGPT or anything OpenAI with API. So this is new to me. So we're saying system should say this, and I'm saying this?
Please classify movie.
2-bit is an idiom for something inferior. Oh, see, that I didn't understand that part. Okay. Okay, that's funny. That is funny. Okay. Your joke bites.
Reviews is positive or negative. Then we have the role user. This movie is a banger. And then we have roles, system, message. So it's the roles, we have the system, and the system is a message provided to the system to influence its behavior. It's to explain to it, like, how it should be working.
Are we a bad influence on the system?
And so
4-bit is more fun. Huh? Comes from bits referring to some currency and hence something worth 2 bits. Really? It's practically worthless. 2 cents, basically. I mean, the more the merrier. But 4 bits is No.
You can see that this is explaining to the system how it should be working. User is the message input by the user. And so this could be just a single message, or if you have a multi-turn dialogue, it can be like user and then assistant, and then user and then assistant.
I didn't pause anything. Oh. Okay. My earbud is... Why? Power off. Is it out of battery? Probably. Okay. Give me a sec to get new headphones. Let's see if I mess up anything. 2 bits is enough for a haircut. Dude, haircuts are not cheap. Whereas we're being able to let go. Oh, wait. I thought my level of language comprehension was good, but now I'm doubting my abilities.
And then user and then assistant, and that makes it...
Can't hear it because it's not in my ear. I don't think my microphone got worse, right? Okay. Specified ABS as you're proud of building. Oh, I'm guessing you actually have created, sorry, I forgot to ask. Because I think you said you've been in tech for over 20 years, so I'm guessing you have created stuff with your own hands, huh? Did not mean to trivialize it, but I'm just saying that I'm not good at it, but probably you are.
User and then assistant, and then user and then assistant, and then user and then assistant, and that makes it clear that it's a multi-turn dialogue. So if you have...
Okay. So system is what we give it to influence its behavior, but assistance is supposed to be the actual output. Interesting.
have a multi-turn dialogue in ChatGPT, that's how they're feeding it in into the system. So what's happening behind the scenes with these chat prompts? Basically, they're being converted into token strings and then fed into the model. So despite the fact that this is fed in this format, and it makes you think that maybe something special is going on, actually, in most cases, these are just being fed into the model as a prompt. So these are just kind of a special version of a template. So here we have, this is what the llama template looks like. So basically you have square bracket inst, and then for the system message, it's like angle bracket sys, close angle bracket, and then the actual system message. And then you have...
Cool. Okay. Yeah. We salute you for your service. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's pretty cool. I think, like, if you've created stuff with your own hands, and then you see recent developers, maybe you might get, like, somewhat bothered. I mean, not bothered, but, like, things are so easy right now, you know? So, like, kids have it really easy these days. Especially with all the AI stuff. But I guess the behind the scene part is still not easy, but the usage is much, much easier.
This closing out the system message, this closing out the instruction. Then the user is surrounded by inst, and then the assistant is just like a regular string. So this is what the actual textual string that's fed into llama chat models is. We can contrast that to some other models. So alpaca looks like this. So we have like hash, instruction, colon, and then the instruction. For the user, there's no distinction between system and user. So it's like hash, instruction, and then the user message, and then hash.
These are actual model inputs and outputs. That's pretty cool. What is the difference between llama and alpaca animals? Because they look real similar. probably from different parts of the world.
Cache response and then be assisted. So it's not super important which one we use here. The important thing is that this matches with what the model is trained, and I'll show you some example. I'll talk about that in more detail later. And we have a reference that I got this from. And there's this toolkit that I rather like recently. It's called Light LLM. It makes it very easy to query different LLMs in kind of a unified thing. So basically,
the biggest bug was rubbing my thumb down the outside of the chip to reset the pins, which lifted due to heat dissipation. Whoa. IRL bugs. So you had to push them down? That's pretty cool. That's like, how did you figure it out? Was it a part of the manual? That's pretty cool. Maybe the community then was, I don't know. When communities become too big, it loses a bit of its charm, but I think you'd still create nice communities.
You can query many different types of LLMs like OpenAI or open source models or other things like that. And what happens behind the scene is it basically takes the OpenAI messages format and converts it into the appropriate prompt format for whatever model you're using, or the appropriate API calls for whatever thing you're using. But this here, basically, if you click through this link, shows you, okay, this is what it looks like for alpaca. So you have the instruction response. This is what it looks like for Llama 2 chat. This is what it looks like for the Olama. This is what it looks like for Mistral and other things like that. So you see all of these are very similar, but they're like slightly different, and getting these right is actually kind of important for the model doing a good job. Any questions about this?
No,
Yeah.
seems all right. I was wondering when I can end the stream, because I'm thinking in 10 minutes. Yes. Okay, let's see.
With this like input, and then you started running a similar input without using model and generating input.
Could you give an example?
Yeah, so say my prompt is what is a great movie, or this movie is great. But for example, I put carrot is carrot. Or yeah, is that break the model anyway?
So it depends a lot on the model. The reason why this system message was input here in the first place was this wasn't originally a feature of OpenAI models. OpenAI was the first place to introduce this, which is why I'm calling it OpenAI messages format. They didn't originally have something like this, but they were having lots of trouble with people trying to reveal the prompts that were given to systems, called prompt injection attacks or like jailbreaking attacks or stuff like that. And so the models would basically reveal this prompt that was being used behind the scenes by whatever customer of OpenAI was like deploying a system. And so in order to fix this, basically what OpenAI did, I believe like they don't actually tell you exactly what they did ever, but I'm assuming what they did is they trained their models so that the models would not output anything that's included in the system message. So the system message is used to influence behavior, but they're explicitly trained to not output things that are included in there. And so if you put the actual thing that you wanted to,
I don't think the chat model does this, does it? Like, I think there's a system that does all of this.
Evaluate within the system message, it might still predict.
Phoenix BIOS? This is all going over my head, by the way. Like, whoosh. But I'm still reading it. What do I mean? Just this type of, like, JSON. I don't think this is giving to the model directly and is the output of the model directly. I think it's being cleaned up for us.
The sentiment correctly, but it won't repeat the stuff that was included in the system messages. Yeah. 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 So that's a great question. So typically this is hand created. So you create something like this. I have a bracket.
Old PC boot software. Cool. Thing. It's literally concatenated with the input text and fed into the tokenizer, then to the model. Maybe. It should, yeah. It should recognize system and user, maybe. Wait, it shouldn't. Okay, the thing that influences it and the thing that is an input. Maybe. How can you train it for that? Like, I'm thinking like the original data set. It's supposed to be the whole internet. You can't tag that. But you have to train it at a smaller scale.
X here, but another way that people typically specify this is you just have a big Python string, which is like, please specify.
Maybe instruction tuning.
And then you have.
I think he's talking about it right now. You give it a string and all that.
And then you substitute in like the input into this place here. So you usually handwrite it. I'm going to talk. Excuse me.
Yarhamkallah.
In the end, about some methods to learn.
In Arabic/Muslim talk, when someone sneezes, they're supposed to say Alhamdulillah, and then you answer them with Yarhamkallah. It's equivalent of bless you. I think it is the same wording as bless you, but the person has to say thank you first, as in to, Anyway.
These also, but I'd say like 95% of the time people are just writing them manually.
If I wanted to
yep.
I would write them and then find a suitable template or a suitable template, and then the final real input that I give in all would be the flying. I love this movie.
Yeah, so typically the template is written when you decide what system you want to create. So you decide you want to create a sentiment analysis system. So you create a template that either says like, please specify the topic in the case of a model that was trained to follow instructions. Or if you have a base model that was not trained to follow instructions, which is rare nowadays, but GPT-2 or Llama 2 without chat tuning is an example of that. Then you would need to create a template that looks like this, where you put the model in a situation where the next word that follows up should be indicative of the answer to your question. So like positive or negative or something like that. So, but either way, like usually you handwrite this when you decide what task is you want to do. Then this input X, this comes at test time. This comes when you actually deploy your system. So this would be like an Amazon review that you wanted to classify using a language model. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? Okay, let's move on.
Some really cool conversation is happening in the chat, but I'm like, I do not need to give any input because I don't know. I don't know them.
So basically, this is what is happening behind the scenes. I don't know what OpenAI's format is because they won't tell us, of course. But I'm assuming that that's similar to what's happening in OpenAI too. Okay. So the next thing that we do is answer predictions. So
that's the next thing. 15 minutes in, and I'm out. I'm done. Okay. This is the tokenizer. Most of our profile is just test stuff. Cool. We have a test dataset. We have test tokenizer, a cool trainer, and a dummy model. Pretty cool. Thank you. I do want to ask a question because I came across pretty cool. Can I find it? There it is. Thing while I was just doing some searches, but I haven't done anything with it. What info do you guys have about upgrade? I'm good at soldering. Desoldering? What? I thought soldering was the only thing that could be done. Oh, but I guess desoldering is also a thing that can be done. Do you guys have any information about this thing? Kokri? What? What? I just got interested. This is for real? When? Because, like, all of their stuff is pretty updated. I'm heartbroken. Mozilla speech? Where can I get my hands on Mozilla speech if it's still alive? Because, like, is it dying? Oh, wow. Look at the heartbeat. Yes, I do radius. Also, my skills for a license. Programming hardware upgrades and operations. Cool. I think I tried doing a rating few recording when it was under the Mozilla brand before they killed it. When did it die? Who killed it? Was it Mozilla? Oh, updated 5 days ago? Is it alive or is it dead? I don't get it. Because I think it's like one of the most well-loved stuff out there. I was interested to see if I can fine-tune this, but I'm somewhat support tortoise. Like, I think it's just too much information for me. Molecular, then it went to Koki. I think it has died again. I don't know. Like, this says updated 5 days ago. Where? I'm not sure, but somewhere. Some commit has been done 5 days ago. Activity? February. That's pretty, like, old for... What good text-to-speech models are out there? Like, even if I go on here and look for text-to-speech, I think... Yeah, they're number 1. Daily drama of AI. It has become daily, hasn't it? Like, wow. Yeah, I can probably still do stuff. There's no funding to pay. Yeah, you can probably still do stuff with it. But like, if I even bark is for all sounds, right? It's not just text to speech. Speech 5, I am aware of that. I don't know about whisper speech, how good it is. I don't know if I should judge model by its number of likes, but I think I should be able to judge it by number of downloads. They were leading TS with many voices. I think they are. Okay, that one's pretty well downloaded. Don't know if it's a good thing. Ooh, Facebook has something. I can probably look at the top, I don't know, 10 or something. Ooh, Korean. What is this? My shell. How many languages are there? Literally every time I'm like, can I see a none? Well, I guess Korean is and Japanese and Chinese. Okay, fine. Okay, injong. I'll agree that it is not all Latin. I think that one is pretty all Latin. Also, I don't know why, but most of the times those inference APIs don't work for me. Don't know why. Anyway, like I just get a error here. See? Yeah. But if you call it, it works. Actual API. Alright. I'm gonna actually go. TTS is different to models that do text or convert speech to text. And not so much of it is the voice. Yeah, there's a lot of focus, at least where I've found, on the voice cloning part, like being able to use your own voice. Like the Kokri one was like, do it in 6 seconds. You can clone a voice. That's pretty cool. Like I saw some demos they have. But yeah. What's the difference between this and that? V1, V2. Okay. Cool. Alright. Is there anything for Arabic? Or Farsi or something? Let's try Persian. Cool. This seamless one. Isn't that machine translation? What is that? And if I search Arabic, I should. So little. I'm surprised. Anyway, I should. Yeah. Yeah. I've gotten like interested in just trying models and testing stuff, so that's why I was like, why not? All right. Thank you. Why is there an error in the code I was running? What was the error? Oh, okay. The thing that I was waiting for turned out an error. No worries. So I would like to say that I'm back, even though I almost said the same thing on Tuesday. But now it's Friday. So yeah, I'd like to be back on track with I managed not to tease you about you're joking about the word huge. Yeah. Yeah. You did well. And congratulations on our 100th message today. It was a chatty stream. Thank you for all the cool, interesting conversation. Some of them, I was not feeling appropriate to participate in, but it was cool reading it. So thank you. Yeah, I think it was a chill stream. Learning about, we're doing the recap. Learning about tokenizer training from existing tokenizers. I think I'd like that. I think I'd like to test that. But also I'm thinking, because, last time I was talking about Whisper's tokenizer, and I didn't know how I could even try to train it. Now I can think about maybe I could try it. So that's, even though it was a no, but still. That is cool. What else? prompting. That was the other thing we did. Yeah. Cool stuff. I was a bit out of it because my sleep schedule is somewhat ruined, but I think I'll be back with more energy. Nah, I have enough energy. I don't need to be more energetic. Oh, I did forget to turn on the background noise. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Because I'd like to think the background noise helps with merging my voice with, just there being silence. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay. Until next time. Inshallah, we'll learn together. I do hope that I'm not wasting anyone's time. It's just, I'd like to think. It's morning. I'm not gonna go to sleep right now, but I'll probably do a nap later. But my sleep schedule was somewhat ruined because of Eid. Everybody's sleeping late. Yeah, trying to be an old grandpa, but grandma. I'm a grandma, not a grandpa. There we go. But not always working out. Yeah, it's pretty good. Life is good. I'd like to think so. Everything is like unsure, but it's pretty okay. Alhamdulillah. No worries. No worries. Sometimes opinions may seem strong, but I'm not one that I would like to think that I don't jump into conflict. Yeah, maybe opinions are different, but I don't mind. My days are like 50 Celsius temperatures too hot. We are like, I'm thinking we're jumping around 40, walking around 45. So we're trying to race you. I'd like to think that we're not gonna reach 50. I'm sorry about. Yeah. Please stay inside. Please stay in a air-conditioned place, and do your best not to go outside when the sun's up. And when the sun's down, the sun sets too late, and then when the sun is down, it's like, okay, now I have to sleep. I think waking up super early is the trick, because it's still pretty chill, and then when it becomes hot, you can just sleep in a air-conditioned place. Yeah, it's pretty fun, isn't it? The world is fun, where it's winter somewhere and it's scorching elsewhere. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm guessing the horrible part is the weather. I hope, not other stuff. I hope you don't need to be outside a lot. Please send us some of that winter wind and rain. We do need the rain. That's for sure. I hope your day gets better. Or if not today, then inshallah tomorrow will be better. Okay. We have hit our 2-hour mark. If there's anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna try and end the stream. And I wish you a lovely weekend coming up, because today's not weekend for you, but it is for me. Not that I do weekends. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the heat. Okay, not really, but my AC needs. I don't know what TLC means, but I'm guessing some sort of fixing. Because TLC for me is the learning channel. Yeah. When the AC, tender loving care. Oh wow, I have not heard that. Oh, I hope it's okay. Yeah. At least I did not know that. Yeah. Like, worst comes to worst, you can just, I don't know, grab a piece of paper and make, create the handheld AC stuff. I don't know what it's called, but I think you know what I mean. Oh, I should really go, but now I'm opening conversation. We were watching something recently, and the guy was holding a handheld fan. There it is. And it was cool. I don't know if you guys see you and coffee ate learning, huh? Late learning. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. See you and coffee. Got it. Or learning. I think that's what you mean. Yeah. Yep. If you're going, please do that. I was just saying. We were watching an Islamic historical movie recently, and it was fun. It's called Umar Mukhtar. It's on YouTube, if you can believe that, and it is over. Like, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes. Like, Marvel tried to beat that, or even Dune tried to beat that. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I recommend watching it because it is surprisingly relevant. You know, no humanoid waves fans for me. Oh, you have a humanoid? Yeah, I guess ACs are pretty humanoid. I'm just gonna show you the movie. Oh, it's called The Line of the Desert. Not because the name of the guy is the thing, and it's, Anthony Quinn. I love his stuff. I've seen 2 of, maybe more, I don't know, of his stuff. But Line of the Desert, Umar Mukhtar, English version and Arabic version is on YouTube. That's pretty cool. I probably cannot find the scene where he's fanning himself, but spoilers. And that's the real guy. Oh, it's a historical. Yeah. AGI or SSI robot. Oh no. Is SSI supposed to be super safe intelligence? Yeah. They were fighting. Yeah. Oh my god, these are the same scenes. This is so cool. Oh my god. I still haven't finished the whole thing, even though I've seen it when I was a kid, but it was too long. I couldn't watch it in one sitting. I mean, it is captivating, but I had to go. This is so cool. Anyway. Not very relevant, but still something I wanted to share in case you are interested. Yes. I probably talked about the movie The Message, Risala, and it's the same Anthony Quinn is in both places. Super AI or AI on steroids? Will we survive? Do we want to survive? Because, the Dyson Sphere thing, paper, came out. I'm glad you are enjoying it. It sounds too long for me to make it through. Maybe you can make it like a serialized thing for yourself, like half an hour each day. Yeah. Yep. So Anthony Quinn has a lot of gem movies that are historical Muslim movies. Why? I should really go. I don't know why I'm being so talkative. Okay. Thank you for the lovely chat and for helping me learn. Inshallah, if all goes well, I'll be here tomorrow. If not, probably it's not because things didn't go well, but sometimes life happens. Okay. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And if the day is almost over, then I hope you have a lovely rest of the weekend. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go now and wish me luck on my endeavors, and I'll do the same on your side. I think you get my level of humor and thinking. I try not to be too morbid. Sometimes I get a bit morbid. You need to wave the paper so I can survive. Huh? You needed to wave the paper. Okay, I guess. We have to survive it. We'll try. We'll try. Okay. Oh, sorry. I punched the mic. Yeah. Thanks. Ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you and goodbye.